It has gotten very difficult lately for empaths, such as myself. And if you are an empath, I got something to share with you. As this video goes on, I want to get into the Schumann Resonance. I want to give you guys a little quick little report on the space weather, and I actually have something crazy to talk about when it comes to 3i Atlas. So you might want to stay tuned because we got a whole lot to talk about. I hope everybody's doing good. Welcome, Joe Sky here, back at it again with the Schumann Resonance. Here is the Schumann Resonance, September 17, and as you can see, we're getting a lot of green, and we're getting a lot of these massive green spikes right here. Very interesting looking, and a couple of dots right there look like eyes. I'm not gonna lie. And we're starting to get high intense integration in here. So definitely a lot of energy just coming in. Nothing too crazy. It's moderate. It's not like what we've been getting a couple months ago, but definitely some energy. Italian Schumann Resonance is showing quite the rumbles now and some spikes. Things are coming in, and I would expect the next few days to get pretty wild. As you can see, a significant amount of rumbles coming in the Italian Schumann Resonance. Things are definitely, I would assume, picking up. While most other activity has gone down, here is the updated image of the sun. To be honest, I don't know. Is it really an updated image? Because September 13 is still showing, which is kind of interesting. Isn't it interesting, guys, that it's still saying September 13th? So what the heck is going on? Right? Like we're trying to look at the daily photos of the sun. Looks like we got nothing here. So this is quite unfortunate. Looks like we don't got anything. So it looks like they aren't updating the photos anymore. So that's interesting. And if you didn't know, the Schumann resonance still hasn't updated since what, September 1st? So I don't know. I gotta call him at this point. I don't know. Isn't this like a really big, popular place, Geocenter? I assumed that this was a very, very popular place, and I would assume that you know they would at least try to update it after 15 days of not having any data. So I think this is very interesting, guys. I think we have to give them a call, see what's going on. Right now, solar wind just super duper high. Things are probably gonna get pretty crazy. Again, we did have a G1 geomagnetic storm again. That was, of course, on the 16th, which was yesterday. Looks like things were going heavy. Maybe we're cooling down now, but solar wind is still heavy. So we're gonna have to see what happens here. Um, Overall, of course, um, activity is things are still active, and we're gonna see what happens with the Schumann resonance. Regardless, of course, I might have to call Geocenter unless you guys want to also give a call as well. I think we all have to give a call. What's up, right? Where are the photos of the sun, and where's the Schumann resonance? They haven't updated it in like 2 weeks. So I think it's very interesting. I want to hear what they have to say to that, because I think it's very interesting. So let's get to the next point. So if that's the report, that's what we have. And again, Schumann resonance wise, things have been very weird. But maybe that just maybe this is the activity we're getting here. I would be very surprised if by Saturday and Sunday we don't have any activity, because with everything that we're being hit with, it would really make no sense for it to have no activity. So we're gonna have to see. And I mean, I'm talking massive activity. G3 storm is pretty intense, so and that was a massive coronal hole. We had two of them. We should definitely see something. So again, we're gonna have to see what happens. Hopefully, Geocenter updates their daily photos of the sun. Besides that, of course. let's get into the next thing, and that is what is going on right now. So, um, I forgot what I was gonna say, but hopefully I'll remember as I'm talking. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on right now. I did say something yesterday about everything, all the crazy activity that's going on, what everybody's saying. Looks like we're in a time right now where there's a lot of darkness and a lot of things like that. We need to keep ourselves away and distant from anything that's triggering us. As empaths, it's very, very difficult. Yes, that's what I was gonna show. I was gonna give you guys a little practice. So overall, of course, everybody as of now is finally saying right after I talked about it, there's just too much chaos going on. There's just too much saying this thing, this thing, this thing. It's like information overload. It's like, this is happening, that's happening. Also, I want to talk about 3i Atlas in just a bit. There's a lot to talk about. I'm not even about to lie. So I said it yesterday. Everybody started saying it today. Overall, distance yourself from social media, stop consuming a lot of things that people are saying, and a lot of these spiritual communities and channels and whatever, right? Whatever they are. If they're wrong or you're not aligned with that, move on. Because I don't know. There's a lot of people. It's not just spiritual communities. It's really all of them. You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out. You gotta know what they're putting out there. I feel like a lot of people are just putting what they think out there, and it confuses everyone and it makes us think that something else is coming, something else is happening, when there's a million people doing the same thing. So we need to be more mindful of what we're consuming. If not, this is right now the best time to get away from social media. We're in eclipse season and there's an equinox happening. This is one of the hardest periods of the year. This is very tough. People were fear mongering on Instagram. In my opinion, I consider fear mongering when they say it's the two most important weeks of your life. Okay, that's fine. And they say, and it'll dictate if the rest of your life will be suffering. Now, that to me is just wrong. So, again, what people are putting out there, unnecessary. I don't like that at all. And I don't believe that at all because you could change your life at any time. So again, more misinformation. Now, as empaths, this is very difficult for us. The best thing we could do is to just get away, is to kind of just move away from all these things. But at the same time, of course, what we think about ascension and leveling up, because we are ascending right now. Remembering the body, DNA, ascending, whatever, I don't know. But overall, of course, things are hectic. And for empaths, I think one of the best and the most simplest practices, and this is a routine I would do, is one hand on the heart is always perfect because that's the love region, okay? And the other hand could be where the issue is. If it's digestion, anxiety, nervousness, stomach stuff, anything involving digestion, put the hand on the stomach. So you can't see, but one hand here, one hand on the stomach. These are, lower dantian. This is like in the middle. Maybe you got a throat or something. Put your hands where they want to go, and just breathe. In the morning, you can do this 3 to 5 minutes of just relaxing and deep breathing and having your hands here. Having your hands here, your hands and feet are portals. When you ground, you're connecting with nature. You're absorbing energy, right? Whether you go on the beach, the sand, the water, which this is a great time to connect with water. Whether it's a shower, whether you're fortunate enough to have pools, beaches, or whatever, lakes, oceans, obviously, but I'm not close. You know, connect, release, work with the element. Just surrender yourself, relax. And as empaths, this will help ground us. When you take both your hands, and if you think your hands have some bad energy, shake them off for about 10 seconds and then just relax. Also, if you want to move stagnant energy in the body, one of the best things you could do is doing jumping jacks or jumping, or if you have a trampoline, jumping. It's good for the lymphatic system. It's just good in general. Jump, jump, jump 50 to 100 times, or do 50 to 100 jumping jacks. Jumping, just jumping, jump, jump, jump. Also, shaking. I know you look weird, but that helps out a lot. and work with the chakras because this is a time where things are showing up. Journal some things down if you want to. Pay attention to how you've been. And overall, of course, you need to do something that really puts you in that love vibration. And if putting your hand here and just imagining green light coming out of your heart and going all around you and just relaxing and just focusing on this and getting into the love, be grateful, like I am just grateful I'm still alive. I'm grateful to, we need to change our perspective. Grateful to be in this time, grateful that we aren't NPCs, or we need to be grateful for everything. So overall, of course, I hope this video helped you out, help out the empaths. 3i Atlas might also be an alien ship, by the way. Fox 32 Chicago just talked about it as well. Someone came out. It could be an alien ship. There's a chance. Things are changing. So we'll have to see as time goes on. Things are getting crazy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.